Okay, we're live.
Hey, my friends, it's Dave Van Hoose, and I am so excited and honored to be here with you. And what we're going to do is something very special. In a moment, we're about to share with you something absolutely incredible. A lot of you probably know who Dr. Brad Nelson is. And if you don't, let me just quickly share who he is here in a moment. Dr. Brad Nelson, I met, man, almost a decade ago, and an incredible healer, incredible international speaker, and best-selling author of the book The Emotion Code, which is in over 20 different languages around the world. And what we want to do here today is something Dr. Brad has never done before. And in fact, what we want to do with you is share with you and teach you about the emotion code, about what's happening in the world, about how you can learn how to become a better healer and help and serve more people, because that's really what it's all about. And we're calling upon all healers, all light workers, and everybody. It's time to get back to work. And so, Dr. Brad, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks, Dave. It's great to be here.
Oh, man, I'm really, really excited. This is going to be a great interview and a great training for those of you. So, Dr. Brad, real quickly, how long have you been doing this for?
Well, let's see, Dave. I've been a holistic chiropractic physician for about 33 years. But as it is with a lot of people that go into the healing arts, it starts much earlier than that. I mean, for me, I was really miraculously healed of measles when I was only 7 years old. And that was really the beginning for me, because I was really sick. My father prayed for me. And during this prayer, I was just instantaneously healed, which is something that's so bizarre. You can't forget it. And I remember that like it happened yesterday. And that taught me a couple of powerful things. It taught me that if you're sick, you don't necessarily have to stay sick. That can change instantaneously if conditions are right. And it taught me that there's a higher power that we can ask for help. So that was really actually the beginning for me. It was a while ago. We won't say how long.
Yeah. So I've got, I know there's a lot of us that, have wondering, what's been going on with you, what you've been up to. But I want to ask this question. And what do you think is the biggest challenges that is facing, well, let's just talk about the patients or the population. So what is the biggest challenges you're seeing going on right now?
Well, I think that in a big way, really, the Western medical, pharmaceutical, industrial complex, you might call it, that's a big challenge, because what's happening is Western medicine, as one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence, Benjamin Rush, said that if health freedom isn't written into the Constitution of the United States, Western medicine is going to organize itself into an undercover dictatorship, and they're going to control healing and so on. And I think that's something that's actually going on right now. And so, Western medicine is great for acute problems. If you've broken your leg, or if you need some kind of emergency care, Western medicine is great for that. But the problem now is that we're living in a world where there's so much money in Western medicine that now they're trying to control the narrative about everything. And so what we're looking at here, really, all of us, it doesn't matter who you are, we're looking at having to take our health really into our own hands. And that's okay. The work that we do with the emotion code and with the body code, there's nothing else really like these methods. And they do allow you to do just that, to take your healing into your own hands. Now, if you break your leg, you should go to a doctor, get your leg set. If you need some kind of emergency care or something, great, go ahead and get that. But the problem is that Western medicine is kind of has gotten to a point where it has so much control over the planet, pushing things like these toxic experimental vaccinations and so on. It's something that I think that's a big problem. There's a lot of fear in the world about things that there doesn't really need to be a lot of fear about. And I think that the beauty of these bodies of ours is that they're self-mending, they're self-correcting, they're self-healing. If you can find those little imbalances that are going on within you and take those imbalances away, then the body can be freed to be able to heal itself. And really all healing comes from within anyway. And so that's all that we do really with this work, with the body code and the emotion code. All they are is just ways to find the things that are in the way of your body being optimally healthy. So.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, man. We've got a lot of people coming on here. I'm looking at the comments. So in the next 45 minutes, what you're about to discover is Dr. Brad Nelson's going to do something he's never done before. We're going to be sharing with you the insights of healing and the emotion code and the body code. We'll be talking about a lot of great new things that are coming. Your new book that's coming out, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about healing, and we're going to talk about a lot of different great things that are going on. So for all those people that are on, I see a lot of people. People are in from the UK saying, hi, Brad. So real quick, just go right now into the comments. Say hi to Dr. Brad, where you're from. And I'm just curious of how many of you have read Dr. Brad Nelson's book or have been to one of his trainings. I'm just curious to see how many people that are on have actually read your technology.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, while you're writing that in, I want to say hi back to everybody. Yes, we have people joining from all over the world, and I wish it was easier to travel right now, but that's okay. Luckily, we have the technology that we can still connect virtually, and that's perfectly fine. So, in fact, we have a really exciting event coming up that we're going to talk about in a few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a question for you, and I know a lot of people are wanting. So what's your big why? You know, you've been doing this for a long time. You've been traveling the world, putting on symposiums and speaking at chiropractic colleges and healing centers all around the world, in big stadiums, small stadiums, in small offices. But you have been really doing this for a long time and have impacted thousands and thousands of people around the world. So what's your big why?
Well, I'm on a mission, Dave, and it really is true. When I was trying to figure out many years ago, my wife and I had just gotten married. We just had a little baby, our daughter Natalie, and I had always wanted to be a healer because I was healed of kidney disease when I was a kid, 13 years old. And so that's what I wanted to do for a long time. And then I discovered computers and got into computer programming and business. So I was heading that direction. And one day I had this experience that was unforgettable. I was sitting with my parents and my wife. We were talking. And my dad, kind of out of the blue, said to me, "Are you sure that you don't want to go to chiropractic school? It seems like a great career, and you've always wanted to, go into the healing arts and so on." And I said, "No, I'm going this other direction." And he said, "Well, why don't you think about it one more time?" So he kind of caught me off guard, and so I did. I took him seriously. And so my wife and I made up a pro and con list of going into the business world or going into the chiropractic and healing world. And the list was pretty long on both sides. And so having learned at this early age, there's a higher power that we can draw upon and ask for help. That night I was on my knees asking God to help me to know which way to go. Because all of a sudden I thought I had my life figured out. Now all of a sudden I was back in the middle of the road again, right on the fence, not knowing really what to do. But I just said, Father, if you have anything to say about this, I'll go either way. Help me to know what to do. And so that night I had this experience. I was awakened 3 different times. To find my mind full of these warm, happy thoughts about going into the healing arts. But then I would think, well, yeah, but computers and
right?
Nerd, right? And so the next day, I still don't know what to do. So that night I'm on my knees again, asking for help. And then on that second night, I had this experience that happened to me 3 times again. I was awakened 3 different times that night. And each time that I was awakened, the feelings that I had were exponentially more powerful until the 3rd time on the second night when I was awakened. I mean, it was overwhelming. thoughts of service to mankind and humanity and the whole planet. And right then a voice spoke to me. I heard this voice, and I'm not making this up. I swear this is true. This voice said, "This is a sacred calling." And I thought, okay, that's the answer. I get it. Okay, I'll do this. And so I didn't really know what that meant. But anytime you're healing a person, anytime you're working on a person's body, you see these bodies of ours are literally they're temples. I had an experience one day in practice where it's like my eyes were opened and I understood that for the first time. And so anytime you're healing someone, you're helping someone to function better, live the life they're capable of living, that's a sacred thing, see? And so I'm absolutely on a mission. I'm going to be doing this till the day that I die, because people absolutely need to know that they have the power. The power is within them to be able to do so much for their own health and for the health of their loved ones. And if they like doing that, then we have a pathway for certification for people. They can do it for a living if they want to. We've got people making six figures healing other people. We figure there are about 5.8 billion people on the planet that are in need of the work that we're doing.
Yes.
You know, we're not going to run.
So you go to chiropractic school, and obviously you have that engineer mindset. So it's a unique thing because most healers typically don't have that right brain mentality, right? They usually come from that feeling space. So you had that, which is very interesting when we connect the dots backward. So now you open your own practice up and you start working with patients. And so what did you start to discover that really created the emotion code?
Well, I was always, I was really a kind of obsessive. I probably had a little bit of OCD back then, but I was really obsessed with truly figuring out what was really wrong with these patients of mine. I mean, to me, it was just a big question mark. People would come in and they would have asthma, or they'd have digestive problems or depression or pain in the body somewhere. And I found that chiropractic, just the way that I had learned it, was incredibly powerful, and all kinds of people got well from all kinds of things, but sometimes they seemed to need more than just a chiropractic adjustment, as powerful as that was. And so I started searching and looking for other ways, and I started studying what other people had done around the world, both in modern times and also anciently. What were some of the ancient ideas about healing? And so what I did is I started trying things out and experimenting on my patients. And I had a never-ending stream of
I don't know if we should say that. Experimenting on your patients.
Well, that's why they call it practice. Practice on people. And that's kind of how it was. And so I found that the things that worked, I would keep. And all doctors will tell you this. I kept the things that worked, and the things that didn't seem to work, I discarded. But one of the key things that I learned, and really the fundamental underpinning of the work that we do, is this understanding that within each person, doesn't matter how young or how old they are, there is this computer system, see? And being a computer programmer, it prepared me to understand this, that the subconscious mind is a computer. And you can ask it questions. I mean, when I was in chiropractic school, sometimes my instructors would say things like, the brain is the most powerful computer in the known universe. And I can remember sitting there thinking, okay, will we ever be able to actually do a brain dump? Will we ever be able to access the back end of that brain and get answers from it? Because it would know what's really going on with people. And that is precisely what we do, see? So whether it's the emotion code or the body code, which includes the emotion code, it's really all about learning that fundamental method of asking questions of the subconscious mind, which is like a search engine, which is connected into the database of universal intelligence, the database of genius that exists in the universe, and asking questions and getting answers. And so this is how I ran my practice. I learned this. Now, it took a long time to learn how to do this, but as soon as I understood how powerful it was that you could ask questions and get answers from the actual source, from the internal computer itself, I started teaching seminars because I thought, man, people need to know this.
Yes.
So I'm in my practice working 60 hours a week and then flying off and teaching seminars on the weekends and really burning myself out. And then I got this message essentially from above that said, silly person, you need to get out of this practice that you're doing. You've got to write a book, first of all, about the emotion code. Because 80% of all of our problems are really from emotional baggage. And so when we start to get rid of that emotional baggage, those problems can go away. And then about a year after the Emotion Code book came out, I woke up one morning and my mind was full of instruction. And the instruction was very, very clear. And I remember it like it was yesterday. The instruction was, you need to take everything that you've learned and put it into a self-study course that anyone can learn and make it available to everyone, everywhere. And I sat on that for a while thinking about it. And I thought, this is a lot of work and I'm kind of lazy. So finally I started working on that and it took me about a year to put that together. And that was what we call the body code. That was 1.0. And then, and of course now that's advanced to a point now where we have it, in a mobile format and anybody can access it. So let's see.
What's very interesting is that how the unique system really got invented. So I'm assuming, so you were treating patients and probably getting such great results. You probably didn't even have to market, did you? Because you were getting such great transformations in your practice. Did you really even have to market when you were practicing medicine?
About the only thing that I did was every week we would have a little lecture in my office. The biggest problem that I had back then was trying to help people understand energy medicine. People are a lot more open to that now, but even now there are a lot of people, and we're so it's so ingrained into us. We're really so propagandized, really, in the West, especially in the U.S. If you watch TV for 5 minutes, you're going to see 3 drug ads, right? And so we're very propagandized to believe that Western medicine has a monopoly on health, and that if it's not drugs or surgery, it can't even possibly have any value at all. And the reality of it, though, is that we are beings of pure energy. These bodies are energy. And we think of matter and energy being different, and we think that our bodies are made of matter because they're solid. But even Einstein said that we've had it all wrong, that there really is no matter at all. All that matter is energy that's been slowed down a little bit in its vibration so that we can actually, feel it and touch it and so on. So it's all energy. And so why not address the body as an energy field? Because that's really what it is. And that's what this work is about. And the body code, which of course is patented, is it's just the simplest, most effective form of tapping into that subconscious mind and treating the body for what it really truly is. And all the information is in there about how to figure things out. And I had some incredible experiences when I was in practice that taught me about the nature of our reality. And it's not what we've been thinking, really. We come into this world and our memories from before are totally wiped out. And so all we know is this world, and we immediately start being lied to by people who don't know any better. And so as we grow up, we eventually form this world view of what's possible and what isn't possible and so on. But the vast majority of the time, it's a false world view. So for example, I had and I think people will find this interesting because this has to do with viruses. I had an experience when I was in practice and a patient came in to see me, and she said that she'd been diagnosed with Epstein-Barr virus. And she'd been a patient of mine before. I hadn't seen her for a couple of years. And so she comes in and she says this. And so I started thinking, well, what can I do to help her and help her body to overcome this virus? And so I was in the habit of asking for help with each person that I saw. And I believe in God, and I would ask just a short, silent prayer for help. Nobody ever knew that I was doing this, by the way. It was just a momentary pause. And so I made this momentary pause, And I just said, Father, if there's a better way to help this woman with this situation, help me to understand. And boom, I got this download, and this understanding that came into my mind was, well, you can look at a virus as a little teeny machine-like organism, okay, like we're used to thinking of it in terms of Western biology and so on. But there's another way to view a viral infection. You can view the virus as pure energy, which of course any quantum physicist would tell you that's exactly, of course, what viruses are. It's what everything is. And if you can free your mind to view a virus as nothing but a pure energy, like a little cloud of energy in the body, then it frees your mind to be able to manipulate that viral energy like you would a trapped emotion or anything else, any other kind of energy. And so I thought, oh, okay, that's great. So I worked with her and I was able to help her. And then a couple of months later, I had another lesson about this. And here's what happened. What I'm trying to help you understand is how the body code is really a whole different way of looking at the body. I had a patient that came in to see me, and she had this chronic cough. It had been going on for weeks, and she said that whenever she would breathe deeply at all, she'd start to cough uncontrollably. So using the body code, I found that she had a common cold. It was a cold that was in there. She got a cold in her lungs, common cold virus, right? So perceiving it and believing that it was an energy in her body, I swiped a few times with the magnet on her back, and I said, okay, try that now. And the intention was, to get that out of her body. And so she starts breathing deeply, and she can't believe it because she's not coughing anymore. And so she was thrilled. Well, that was the end of her treatment. And so she and I walked up to the front desk in my office, and we talked for a while, and she kept breathing deeply and was so excited, and she left. And then I walked back down the hallway, walked into my treatment room, and I felt something enter my chest. I couldn't see anything, but I felt something enter my body, and I thought, oh no. And I tried taking a deep breath, and sure enough, started coughing uncontrollably, just like she had been, right? Now, I want you to think about this for a minute. In Western medicine, see, this makes no sense at all. In Western biology, a virus is a little machine. It has to hijack the cellular machinery and the DNA, and it starts your body reproducing its own, copies of that virus. That takes time to propagate. But I'm here to tell you right now that the reality is everything is energy. So I was able to release that from myself. I tested it to see what it was. Of course, it was that energy that I had removed from her, and it just happened to hang there in the room, and I walked right into it. And that experience happened so that I could learn, you see, and so that I could share that with you guys. Because the reality of it is, it's all energy. So that's just one of the things that you learn about the body code.
You got so many raving fans. I'm reading these notes over here. I'm just curious, real quick, how many of you that are online here are using the techniques that you learned from Dr. Brad, and what kind of results are you guys getting? And just wanted to kind of just put that out there, because I see you have so many raving fans out there, which is very exciting. Because, and that's the beautiful thing, Dr. Brad. Right now, we need the light workers, the healers, the people, the truth seekers, whatever you want to name that. We need them to step up, because there's a lot of people out there that are suffering, and we need a lot of people out there. So tell us a little bit. I know we've got an event coming up where we're going to be really working with people to really show them these techniques and drill and practice these techniques. So what do you think? How many people out there really do you think can use this kind of work?
Well, the reality of it is everybody can use it, because you see, each of us has this birthright, and I believe this with all my soul, that every single one of us has the ability that is usually latent within us. We're not aware of it, but we all have this ability to be a healer. And what's so powerful about the emotion code and the body code is that they are just this absolutely drop-dead simple way of taking back that healing birthright that belongs to you. And that's what's really so fun about this work. I mean, it's really incredible. I pinch myself all the time. I'm pinching myself now, right? Seeing all the comments coming in from everybody from all over the world. But you see, this work is not about me. I'm just the messenger. I just work here. I tell people that all the time. I'm just here to bring this work into the world. It's come into the world through me, but it isn't about me. The ego part of me would love to take credit for all of this. But no, it isn't about me. This is about the world. This is about this world healing. And you see what's happening right now, the way I look at it, this world is in labor. It's in labor. It's trying to give birth to this new world. And that world, it's coming, but these healing methods of the emotion code and the body code are part of that, because as we heal ourselves, as we heal those around us, as we remove the darkness that's within us, all those imbalances, that's all just like little darkness, the trapped emotions inside of us, that's like little areas of darkness. As we remove all that stuff, we ascend, our vibrational level becomes higher. And imagine what can happen in this world when the vibrational level of a small minority of people on this planet, as their vibrational level rises, it gets to a point where it's a tipping point that we reach, and all of a sudden, boom, there's a transformation that happens all over the whole world. We're in a battle right now in this world with the forces of darkness. I mean, there's light and there is dark. There is good and there is evil. And there's darkness in the world that wants to keep mankind enslaved, that wants to force all kinds of things upon us. But we are designed to be free. And part of being free is being free from this oppressive Western medical system and taking care of our own lives and taking care of our own bodies. And it's easy to do, and anybody can learn it. We have kids doing it in different parts of the world.
That's amazing, right?
It's fun.
So it's interesting. I want to talk to you a little bit about the heart wall, and because I was very blessed enough to get the chance to get to know you maybe 10 years ago, and I had a big mastermind with a lot of the top speakers, and you were helping them open that heart wall, and you personally worked on me, which is amazing. So I'm not sure if anybody online has actually had the personal transformation through you, but I did. It was amazing. Tell us about the heart wall.
Right, absolutely. Well, of course, what happens to us is that as we go through our lives, we experience intense emotions. Sometimes that intense emotion ends up being emotional baggage, and trapped emotions, like a little ball of energy from about the size of a baseball to maybe the size of a softball. But when you feel like your heart is going to break, some of that emotional energy will be moved by the subconscious mind into a wall around your heart. And we know that what the ancients believed about the heart was actually true. They were way ahead of us. They believed the heart was the seat of the soul, the source of love and creativity and romance, and really the core of our being. And think about this, Dave. When you're feeling really deeply hurt, or you're feeling really deeply grieved about something, you feel it. You don't feel it up here, right?
Yeah.
Here, right? In your heart. And so, when they've done heart transplants on people starting back in the 60s, there, of course, are many, many, many stories, books written about people who would have their taste in music or food or sports totally change, or they would have memories of being in places that they'd never in their lives ever been. And in every case, when they were connected with the family of the donor, they would find out, oh, well, those must be our son's memories, because you've never been to France, and he went there every year. Or they'd say, my handwriting has totally changed, and the donor's family would say, well, that's our daughter's handwriting. I mean, how bizarre. So the heart really truly is, I believe that it's the seat of the subconscious mind. It really is the core of our being. And so it's not unusual for people to put up a wall around the heart. About 93% of people have put up that wall, and getting rid of enough of those, if we can get from about 93% to about 92.9998%, it's probably going to be enough to transform the whole world. I need to let my dog out. Hold on.
Go ahead. I'll take over. So one of the greatest things is, go ahead. So, I had an opportunity to do the heart wall transformation, and it was incredible. And like Dr. Brad said, is like, we all know right now that the world needs to raise the vibrational frequency. And if we can get people trained and certified in doing this technique, then we can release our own, our family, and our friends, or even our clients, and we can make this shift that we want to do. And obviously, when people have this heart wall, they have a hard time getting in new relationships. They might have anxiety sleeping or whatever. They're just not fully there. So it's a very powerful thing. So one of the things I'd love for everybody to do is I'd like to invite you to consider, we're doing a very special event in Dallas, which Dr. Brad has probably done an event in a long, long time here, the 15th and 16th. And we're going to be working. And I want to ask you something. I want us to open it up for people to attend, but I wanted to ask something very special from you. I know there's somebody probably on there that would love to work with you personally and maybe clear something or something like that. So can we do something very special where somebody has the opportunity at this event to work with you one-on-one? Is that possible?
Yeah, absolutely. And I will be at this event in Dallas. Of course, it's a 2-day body code event, October 15th and 16th. I think you can see it going across the bottom here. Of course, as I'm teaching this and teaching you all about the body code and how it works, we'll be pulling people out of the audience live, okay? And we'll also be working with people that are attending by Zoom. This is going to be our first hybrid event that we're doing. And so by hybrid, it means we're going to be live and also on Zoom. And so if you don't want to come to Dallas or you can't make it or whatever, that's fine. There's nothing like attending the live event. But the next best thing is attending via Zoom. So here's how this is going to work. On stage, I'm going to have 2 monitors, one for my slides and then one for everybody on Zoom. And I'll have some helpers helping me. And so we'll be able to work with people remotely because the audience is also going to see 2 big screens. One is going to be the slide, and then one is going to be maybe your face if I'm working on you remotely. Okay.
Well, I would love to. So can you put it up? So what I love to do is I would love to have somebody that would like to actually get a session with Dr. Brad. And what we can do is maybe you could put up the order page for the first person who registered as a fast action bonus right here. We'll let you get that one-on-one with Dr. Brad. What I think is really special about this event is that we're going to be working together there or virtually. We're going to be doing breakout rooms. We're going to be working on each other, clearing some different things, practicing, which obviously drilling and practicing and true learning is through experiential, right? You can read a book, that's one thing, but learning through you and getting that experience is another thing. Who do you think this event would be good for?
Well, this event is going to be good really for just about anybody. I mean, if you don't know anything at all about healing, but you've heard about this, it's okay. You can come to this event. You don't have to have any kind of prerequisites. There's no previous knowledge you need about anatomy or biology or anything at all like that. This is energy healing. And really, we're going to start from square one. We're going to teach you how to do some muscle testing, how to tap into the subconscious mind. And then we're going to be going through and explaining how the body code works. And so you can attend whether you know anything at all or not. Now, if you've been using the body code for a while, I can also guarantee you that you're going to get some insights that you haven't had yet. So it's going to be worth it for you to come. I think well worth it, really, no matter where you are or what your level is. And it's also going to be fun because, it inevitably happens that when practitioners come to these events, they connect with people and they meet people that otherwise they might not have ever met. And by the way, even if you're just attending virtually, that's also going to happen. And the reason why is because we're going to be dividing you up into breakout groups. You can do that on Zoom now. And so you're going to be with a smaller group of people, and you're going to be able to work on each other and so on. So it's going to be as close as we can get to actually being there live. So if you can attend live, awesome. Come and hang out with us. And if you can't attend live and you're just virtual, that's okay. Come and hang out anyway, and you're going to meet some new people and have a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I think I'm so excited. This is my first one attending, and you made it very, very reasonable for anybody. So anybody can, afford to come, and I highly encourage you to be part of it. It looks like it's sold out, the physical dude. So I know it's going to be an intimate group. I don't know if we have any people that want to come physically, but it looks like that one's sold out.
Just the VIP tickets that are sold out. That's yeah. The VIP tickets are sold out. However, we still have some general admission tickets. So if you want to come, we don't have it's not a huge room because we've had just COVID and everything. It's just kind of this is the first live event that we've done. So we weren't really sure what was going to happen. But so it's not a huge room, but we do have tickets left. So if you want to sign up and attend live, please come. Now, if you want to experience it virtually, then and by the way, if you scroll back up to wherever this post was made, you can see those two links. If we can go and look at the virtual seminar ticket and see what that looks like.
Sure. Absolutely. And again, probably if you can't make this event, I'm assuming we're going to have it recorded. You'll be able to watch it. But I think for me, it's very important, obviously, to keep up with your skill set. My degree was in sports medicine. So, just learning new techniques and just being in that energy of what's working is vital, to really help more people. So I'd highly encourage anybody to be attending it. And I've got a super fast action bonus for those of you. So for those of you that are chiropractors, physical therapists, or body code people that are out there changing people's lives, Dr. Brad knows this. I've written 5 books on how to get more sales, more patients, and more clients. So my last book was called Sell More, The Forbidden Secrets to Mass Persuasion. But what I'm going to be sharing with people at this event is literally how to do education-based marketing, how to get patients or clients one-to-many. And I'm telling you, it's going to be an exciting event. So Dr. Brad's going to be working with you, getting your skill sets, learning that so that you'll be the best at what you do to help your clients. And then I'm going to show you the marketing plan and the exact way of how to really get as many patients or clients in the door, right from your office or right virtually. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we have a lot of great things that we're going to be doing together. And obviously, we're looking for great people that want to be a part of this. I'm really excited. I can't wait. It's next week already. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's coming up. Well, it's in 2 weeks. It's on the 15th. But it is coming up really, really fast. And I'm super excited that you're going to be able to join us, Dave, and share your knowledge with everybody. Dave is one of the most amazing people that I know. And how we reconnected was I asked him recently if he would serve on our board of advisors for our company that we're forming. And because I just have so much respect for Dave and all the great work that he's done and all the light that he's brought into the world for so many years. So having him actually share some of his exclusive knowledge with all of you on stage is also going to be really amazing. You don't want to miss that. So, I learned that if you learn one tip from this event, it can make the difference. It can make an enormous difference in helping people, and also in your own. If you've got a practice and you're doing this, it can help you dramatically. Let me share a story with you.
Sure.
This is from a woman, and see what I love about these stories. And you all of you that have been doing this for a little while, you've got these stories too, right? And what's so great about this is that we're collecting these stories all over the world. We have over 10,000 stories like this. Believe it or not, I checked the other day, and
10,000 stories, success stories
from all over the world. Yeah, here's one. I had my assistant just in the last few minutes just look through and pull some out. Here's one from a woman named Kelly Green. She said, my favorite patient that I've worked on is a 66-year-old mother of 4 who put herself dead last until this past year. Her son committed suicide a few years ago, and she was so ready to start dealing with all that her life had brought her, even though it would be painful. She was all for the emotion code, and we have been working on her trapped emotions since June. We cleared a heart wall, which we talked about, And she's been so gracefully dealing with all that has come up, especially with her son. In fact, she said that these past holidays were the best she has had since his passing. She's even gotten to the point where she knows before she comes in which emotions will be released, So really what this is all about, and our company purpose, check this out. I don't know, some of you know this, some of you don't. Our company purpose that we recite together as a company every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Time is healing the world by empowering you. See, this isn't about watching other people do it. This is about doing it yourself. This is about grabbing hold of that ability to be a healer. And let me tell you something, there's really nothing better that I can think of in the whole world. When you're helping other people, it's just like you can feel that the higher power smiling upon you. You sleep so well at night. And I mean, people are so grateful for the help that you're giving them. There's so much healing that needs to take place in this world. I mean, think about it. People have been slaves, and people, there have just been so many bad things happen. But this world has had a lot of darkness in it for a long, long time. But see, these simple methods like the emotion code and the body code, they're methods of light. And it's time to start becoming light bringers and light bearers into this world. And let me tell you something, if you wear yourself out healing people and helping people for the rest of your life, you'll have the rest of eternity to be grateful that that's how you spent your life. Think about that. It's absolutely the truth. And I, you can feel that, can't you? You can feel that that's true. I can sure feel it. It absolutely is reality. So.
Well, I love it that you are so passionate and man. So obviously, all of us healers, all of us light workers, all of the people that live in truth and honesty, we all need to come together to raise the frequency of the planet to help more people, because it's all about making this quantum shift that we're at right now. And man, to have an opportunity to work with you one-on-one is an unbelievable opportunity. So I'm excited to fly to meet you. And the greatest thing is, we're going to take a group picture. You probably get a good picture with Dr. Brad Nelson at the event if you can make it there. And I understand, life can be busy, but that's why we're doing it online, so you can do it. And if for whatever reason you can't make those 2 days, we will have the recordings for you, so you can still register, and we'll get you that recordings. But, I think there's two major things that we're going to be really doing at this event. One, you're going to actually personally work with the inventor of the technology and the guru. There's a lot of people out there probably trying to teach different things, but this is an opportunity to work with Dr. Brad Nelson and to work on your skill sets, to work on these techniques, and to work to become a better healer, to become the best at what you can do, to serve and help more people. Number two, I'm going to be spending some good time with you, showing you exactly step by step of how to get the marketing and how to get new clients in the door. I've got specific great strategies to do you. So if you want to do this part-time, maybe you have a job, but you wanted to be a healer and you would like to start replacing your income, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. If you're full-time, and your practice may be down, you need to create some new marketing strategies or some different ways to get more patients in the door, to help more people, I'm going to be sharing with you and teaching you exactly how to do that today, right now. So it's going to be a lot of fun doing that. And then obviously we're going to work on ourselves and clearing things and working together. Man, how exciting is this? I see a lot of people that are online that are coming and registering, and wow.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Actually, Cheryl has a question about Florida. We are coming to Florida. We're going to be there. Let me see here. Let me show you how to navigate around this. This is the Discover Healing website. And if you go to events, you can just click right there on that word events at discoverhealing.com. And you can see the events that are coming up. Because the first one that's coming up is this body code seminar in Dallas on the 15th and 16th of October. That's the one we've been talking about.
Yeah.
But if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see, hey, I'm going to be in Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, on the 6th of November, okay, for a one-day emotion code seminar. And so that's going to be a lot of fun right there. You can sign up for that by just click the Find Out More button. That's being hosted by Lillian McDermott, a wonderful woman, a lot of you know, radio host. I've done some interviews with her, some shows with her. And on one of the shows, I said, we should do a seminar. And so we are. And then this next event, this is the last event this year. This is going to be a really fun event too. This is an emotion code seminar with pickleball. Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, it's going to be really fun. We thought this would just be kind of a party to do our last event for the year. And so what we're doing is we're splitting the emotion code seminar into 2 days where it's normally 1 day. And then half the day each day, you're going to be playing pickleball if you want to, or you can just hang around Las Vegas and shop or whatever you want to do. But Vegas is hopping, and it's back to full. Everything's working there again.
I was just there. We did an event. We had 2,000 people in Vegas. So yeah, absolutely, a lot of fun. So we would like to invite everybody to come join us, have some fun with Dr. Brad and myself, and I think that the theme is, so Dr. Brad, do you have any advice? What do you think the biggest challenge we talked about for the clients? What do you think the biggest challenges are for the practitioners, the people out there that they're facing?
Well, I think one of the big challenges for practitioners is until you get to a point when you start doing this initially, there can be a challenge getting people to work with. Now, as you're continuing to work with people, if you're doing it right and you're effective and you're helping people, the word spreads naturally. And so there's this natural progression that happens. So, for most people, after about a year or so of practicing, they're pretty busy. And then as that continues, most people get to a point, if they're doing very much of it, that they need to start kind of tamping down on things, because sometimes people get so busy with new people coming in that they can't handle it. I talked with a couple of practitioners just this last week that had that situation going on. So they're not taking any new clients at all. And that's a great place to get to, right?
Yeah. But I know that's a big problem, that there's a lot of people that have too many clients. In fact, you get a lot of people that you're sending clients to those people. So this is why it's important to be at this, because you'll meet joint venture partners, you'll meet relationships, you'll meet people to collaborate, to do business with. So obviously, if you are somebody who wants more patience, then this is the place to come, because we will share with you how to do that.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's going to be an amazing bonus that we're going to be doing at this event that we don't really normally do. Normally at these events, it's just about how to do the work and how to help people and so on. But Dave's going to have some great information for all of you. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, like you said, I think here's something very important, and you probably have muscle tested this. For me, I've always done muscle testing, but I haven't really been that good. So this is going to be give me a good opportunity to work with you personally to really perfect it and get it and drill it so that I feel good with it. So I'm really excited to do that. And then also to practice on people to really get more familiar so that I feel more comfortable with unique things, and having you there if things come up that you'll be able to share with us special things to solve those problems will be very, very fun. Very, very fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be a party.
Yeah, it's going to be a party. But like you said, to right now, we need to help people clear those blockages or clear that heart wall. And if we can get enough people to clear that, then obviously the planet will make the big shift that we need. And, we feel it's, it's going to take the light workers, this kind of work, to really make the shift.
Well, yeah, that's a beautiful aspect of this, that while you're working on individual people and helping them, your family members, your ancestors and so on, and of course your animals as well, because this works with animals too, just the same as it does with people. As you're doing that, you're raising the vibrational level of the whole world. And we have practitioners now in 80 countries. Think of that, thousands of practitioners, over 8,000 people. that are now doing this, and
So you've trained 8,000 people?
Yeah, we've certified over I think it's about 8,200.
Wow, that's a lot of people. 82,000 people. So you're making a huge shift, and so
Yeah.
obviously we need to get together and help more people.
Well, exactly right. I mean, this world has to change and things have to transform, and it's all about bringing light and healing. And the beautiful thing about this is it's really fun and it's really simple and really easy to do. And you're going to see how easy it is at this event, and it's going to be a lot of fun because, like I said, I'll be pulling people out of the audience, and we'll be working with people on the live stream. And that's how I like to do this. That's how I like to teach it, is by actually pulling people out of the audience and actually working on them so everybody can see how this is done.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to see you. I know we spent some good time, and it was good to reconnect probably with all of your clients and friends out there. And it's a great, I just look at this, the comments, and just so many people have such love and respect and transformation, and so much. So what a great community that has been put together. Just amazing. Any last words or anything you would like to say to all the healers or the people?
Well, yeah, I wish that I wish that we could talk with each one of you, and but of course that's kind of what happens at this event. We get to hang out a little bit and chat and rub shoulders and so on. And so I'm excited about this. I mean, last year we had to cancel all of our events, and I am so excited about getting back to this and teaching, because that's when I really feel the most alive, and what's the most fun for me is being up in front of people and teaching this. And so I'm just so excited to do this, and I'm so excited for all of you to come. And so remember, if you can't come, if you don't want to travel, that's okay. If you can't make Dallas, that's okay. But sign up and attend live virtually through Zoom. Again, we're going to have breakout groups, so you're going to be working with each other and so on. It's going to be really a lot of fun. And remember that the Body Code app, let me share with everybody how to get to that. If you go to discoverhealing.com, the first little link here is called app. You just click on that, and you can sign up for the app right here. We call it the Discover Healing app right now. And of course, you get a 30-day free trial of the Body Code. After that, it's just $29 a month if you want to keep using that aspect of it. Just so that people understand what the Body Code is. In the Body Code, you can use it on your phone or on your iPad or any kind of mobile device, or on your desktop too. What we have here are the 6 different kinds of imbalances that lead to all the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual problems that we have. And if you click on any one of these, it takes you further down the rabbit hole until eventually you get to a point where you've got instructions and so on about what to do. And if we were to print this out, it would be about the size of the LA phone book. Okay, it'd be like 2 reams of paper to print the whole thing out. But because it is only electrons, it fits right inside your phone really easily. And so that's the Discover Healing app. That's what we're calling it right now. And so again, you get free 30 days trial on that, and you can come to the event. You can sign up for that today, download it, install it on your phone, play with it, and then we're going to really show you how to use it at the event. So,
which is the most important. You can have a lot of cool tools, but till you really know how to effectively use them, then they're just cool tools, right? This is a very amazing technology tool that you have, but really to work with you personally, the inventor, to really understand it, to work with it is going to be exciting.
It's going to be amazing. I mean, you guys have to come. I'm just so excited for this. So come and attend any way that you can. All right. And we will. So
I see somebody on there. Is there a discount code to the live in Dallas? Somebody asked a question for that.
Well, what we've done is we've pared down the prices on these events as much as we can. And so yeah, it's already discounted about as much as we can discount it, because we have to pay for.
Typically, events like this typically cost $3,000 plus. So it's really great to see that you have literally made it affordable for everybody to be a part of this movement, to be a part of it. So there's really it doesn't give anybody an excuse to say, well, I can't afford this. I mean, well, for a
No.
cup of coffee, for a couple months, and you can afford your ticket.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, you buy a ticket, you come to Dallas. If by the end of the event, you're not absolutely thrilled and blown away, come see me and I'll just write you a check out of my own pocket. Okay.
Well, we know that that's not going to happen, knowing you. So I am so honored to be a part of this movement, and I am grateful for all the people out there in the world that are making the difference. My biggest superpower is to empower leaders to empower the world, and to power healers to heal the world. And we're going to be doing that together at this very special event. It is going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, true learning is through experience. To learn from a master while we have the opportunity. And again, you only have one other event going on this year, basically, to take advantage of this. So, take advantage of it while you can. Let's help more people. And great. So again, thank you, Dr. Brad, for joining us, taking time to spend with us. And again, we're all going to see you soon here at the event in Dallas.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait. So we'll see all of you there. And I want to thank all of you for your comments. Haven't been able to respond to these because we've been talking, but my love goes back to all of you wherever you are in the world. Thank you for the great work that you're doing. And if you're just finding out about this, wow, I'm so excited for you because this is mind-blowing technology. There's nothing else like it in the whole world. So sign up and come and be amazed, and it'll probably change your whole life. So I think there's comments about that in here about their whole, somebody wrote that in just a minute ago. Jenny Young says, I took a weekend workshop from Dr. Brad in 2007 in Bellevue, Washington, changed my life. It's all about creating this different world. Let me tell you something. You're going to need sunglasses. The world that's coming is going to be so absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, it's going to be beyond our ability to comprehend. It's going to be so great.
So there's somebody says, I believe the emotion code should be taught in every high school around the world as a part of life. Yeah. So you've got so many amazing success stories, and it's so great to see you get emotional about this again. So I know we're going to have a lot of great emotions in Dallas.
Man, it's going to be so much fun. So we'll see all of you there. Thanks for being on with us. And Dave, thank you so much. It's so great to connect with you and talk with you again for a while. I've missed you.
Me too, man. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.